Episode 759. The Heaven-Defying Guild had 1,024 members. For an ordinary player guild, that was a pretty solid number. Once the guild warehouse is running smoothly, it can start to grow from there. These guilds weren't directly backed by the club's main headquarters, so of course the club wasn't going to throw money at building their warehouses. The best they could hope for was to keep them from collapsing, then let them grow on their own, step by step. As for the inner workings of such a guild, ordinary players would naturally have no way of knowing. Their day-to-day gaming had already fallen into step with the guild's operations, and before either side knew it, they were growing together. Yi Shu submitted his application, then sat back with complete confidence to wait for a reply. The reason was simple. Unlike the club guilds, which had a line of applicants waiting just to get in, this ordinary guild didn't have people queuing up to join. In ordinary guilds, people just clicked and joined at random, with members coming and going all the time, so when someone applied, they'd often let them in without a second thought. And Yi Shu had even included a note in his application. It was only 4 words, but they were more than enough to catch the eye. Those 4 words were, "I am the MT." Yes, MT. In any PvE team, the tank is the core. You could say that as many tanks as you have, that's how many teams you can build. Without a single tank, the team might as well stick to farming wild monsters. Forget about dungeon bosses. Yet the tank class is a high-end role, and a thankless grind at that. It holds a core position, but not many people actually enjoy playing it. So for any ordinary guild, the words "I'm a tank" were enough to make them sit up and take notice. Sure enough, Yi Shu's application was approved almost as soon as he sent it. Someone even piped up in the guild chat to welcome the new member. Yi Shu saw the ID "New Path," sounded like a girl. He sent a smiley face and said thanks. Then Yi Shu opened the guild roster and glanced over it. The first thing he noticed was that the guild leader with the domineering name, Extinguishing Heavenly Lord, was also online.
Oh, a newbie.
Guild leader Mi Tianzun surfaced with a brief message.
Hey, guild leader.
Yi Shu sent a message, and Chen Guo beside him spat all over her monitor.
Playing innocent, huh?
Yi Shu was perfectly serious, and then the guild channel lit up with a line of people popping up one after another, most of them just there to gawk at the newbie, while the newbie himself just lay there taking the teasing in stride. 1,000-man guild, even with a low online rate, the numbers were still plenty impressive. A flurry of flashes later, it turned out this guild had no shortage of warm-hearted folks.
Oh, a knight? You tanking?
Someone clearly spotted the new member's class and called out right away. An MT certainly draws attention, but while the Knight is the premier MT in glory, it's not the only class that can tank. There were actually more players who used their Knight class for DPS. Of course, there were plenty more who just weren't that into PvE. If a Knight takes it into PvP, with their thick skin and solid defense, they're still pretty formidable.
Yes, I'm the MT.
Oh, a tank.
Guild leader Mi Tianzun clearly hadn't seen Ye Shu's application at all, let alone the remarks attached to it. Hearing that the newcomer had his sights set on being an MT, the guild leader suddenly perked up with interest.
What are the newbies' 4 stats?
The heaven-destroying lord asked.
750 stamina, 520 strength, 414 intelligence, 405 spirit.
Yi Shu reported truthfully, and the channel fell into dead silence. After a moment, someone blunt couldn't help but speak up.
Weak.
The Knight class has stat growth as balanced as an unspecialized's, but a Knight built to be a pure tank naturally makes different choices in gear. First, stack vitality to boost HP, that's the baseline. As for the rest, it gets swapped out situationally. Stack strength to raise physical defense, stack intelligence to raise magical defense, stack spirit to raise resistance against status skills. In short, different opponents call for different setups. But the 4 stats Yi Shu had just listed, just his stamina alone was far from passing. Nowadays, high-end MT Knights all demand 1,000+ stamina from themselves. For ordinary knights, the passing line was set at 840 stamina. Yi Shu was still 90 points short of the passing line. Stat-wise, he was the legendary water tank.
What gear are you using? Let's see it.
Guild leader Mi Tianzun sent a sweating emoji in response.
It's been a while since I played. My gear's pretty rusty.
Yi Shu said, and one by one his equipment pieces appeared. The veterans in the guild took one look and saw that these were indeed all early dungeon gear. For players at the current stage, reaching the passing mark wasn't exactly difficult. After all, the MT holds a special position, and the gear isn't that expensive.
How's their skill?
Heaven Extermination asked.
Look at my name.
Yi Shu answered with absolute confidence. Hearing that, Chen Guo, who was standing nearby, nearly spat out her drink again.
Invincible and most handsome.
The name Yi Shu, that night, had indeed silenced everyone. Even the notoriously aggressive Mi Tianzun might have felt a little outshone. He was silent for a long time before finally speaking.
Xin Lu, lead a raid tonight and help the new recruit gear up.
Xin Lu was the one who let Ye Shu into the guild. Having that kind of authority clearly meant he held some standing within it. The meaning was clear. He let them in, so he was responsible. Jin Lu didn't say much else, just replied with a single Then Ye Shu received a friend request from Xin Lu, accepted it immediately, and a message from Xin Lu came through.
What time are you free tonight?
I'm free.
Is 7 o'clock okay?
Sure.
I'll message you when I get online at 7.
Sure. What dungeon are we running tonight?
Let's run the Ancient Dragon Depths. The weapons and shields that drop there are perfect for you, and the dungeon isn't too hard. Any questions?
No, I was just asking. I'll check a guide before I go in.
Xin Lu was speechless. He still needed to look up a guide?
See you tonight then.
Yi Shu replied very politely, and then the guild fell silent. A bunch of people had probably gone off to privately trash talk this invincible and most handsome guy. Once Yi Shu had finished joining the guild and had nothing else to do, he went to find the knight skill instructor, reset all his skill points, and then reassigned them from scratch using his skill book. Respecking wasn't free, and it got more expensive each time. Unless there was a major update with significant skill adjustments, the official servers would usually offer a free respec opportunity. Any other time, no matter the cost, players just had to grit their teeth and bear it. It wasn't worth starting a whole new account over.